Okay, and here's our outline again. And we had, the enchanting. We had the secret police. We had Edmund waiting till they found out the plan. Whoa, this is weird. Okay, sorry, it's repeating. I don't know how this is going to work. Um, then we had Edmund pretending to be friendly and leading during the supper, and Judas pretending to be friendly and leaving during the supper. I don't know that I noticed this spelled out and explained very well, so you might want to work on that. And we did have the Turkish delight and the money. So, hope that helps. One of the things we noticed from our last paragraph that a lot of us had trouble with is you also have to have a clincher that repeats or reflects this at the bottom as well. So you are not finished after you write about Edmund being incentivized by Turkish delight and Judas being incentivized by, $600. You're not finished after this. You've got to then come back and repeat and reflect this. So here we have an example from a student, and let's see how it goes. So let's read down here, and I think, well, I'll just do it this way. The white witch and Satan both encourage betrayal. Okay, so we've got our introductory sentence, and it talks about that this is what the entire paragraph is going to be about. Looks like our next point, if they follow the outline, which you don't have to, you can put these in any order you want. This is just, to make this so you cannot get stuck. Okay, is remember we talked about how in John it talked about Satan entering Judas and the white witch enchanting Edmund with his Turkish delight. So let's see what happens. Satan entered Judas while the white witch enchanted Edmund. Okay, very much straight from the outline, but we have this bold italicized word while. This is an adverbial clause, and the student used it correctly, and you must have one of these. This is a new thing we're doing, and if you'll remember, and this doesn't write easy, but you've got www.asia.wub, and that was our acronym, and he used one of the W's, the word while right here, and it makes an adverbial clause, and it makes your writing sound better. So he got the hard one knocked out of the way right away. Okay, now let's see. It looks like maybe we'll be talking about how the white witch hired secret police to destroy Tumnus's house, and Judas gathered soldiers from the Pharisees to arrest Jesus. Okay, well, it looks like we're still going to explain this example better of the enchantment, which is good because you have to explain things. Each was put in a trance where they would make short-term decisions based on worldly things. For Edmund, it was enchanted Turkish delight. For Judas, it was about $600 of today's money. Okay, so we've got a good comparison between Edmund and Judas here. And we also have the word enchanted Turkish delight, which is a good adjective. So we're moving along. Okay. They also employ police hired by money and terror to carry out their deeds. Okay, I like the student's thought process here. That was by both money and terror that caused these police to work for them. In the case of working for the White Witch. So, anyway, I like the thought process. We could work on wording here a little bit, but I like this verb employ too. The White Witch used, instead of employ, see we used, instead of used, we used employ, which is a better verb, a stronger verb, which is one of the things you need. And you need to have one underlined. So, in fact, I think I'm going to underline this for the student. I need to see a strong verb underlined. Okay? All right. Used a secret police to arrest the unfortunate Mr. Tumnus. Then we have a semicolon. A semicolon connects two complete sentences. So let's check it for the student. Is this a complete sentence with a subject and verb? The White Witch used secret police to arrest the unfortunate Mr. Tumnus. Yep, that's a sentence. What about this? Judas collected soldiers from Pharisees to arrest Jesus. Yep, we've got a I could even label them. We've got subjects and we've got verbs, and we've got subjects and verbs here. So we have two complete sentences. They are connected thoughts, so a semicolon's a good choice here. So we're doing good. We also have an underlined word, unfortunate Mr. Tumnus. That's good. This is an adjective, a quality adjective, to help us sympathize more with Mr. Tumnus instead of saying to arrest Mr. Tumnus. Very good. Okay. All right, down here, let's see what else we have. Earning himself the name traitor, Edmund waited till he knew the meeting place of Aslan before he executed his evil deed. Okay. Now, I want to note something on this sentence. We've been finding subjects and verbs, and I worked with a student particularly on this to get this sentence, because we have Edmund is the subject of our sentence and the verb is waited. That's the main part of our sentence here. Okay, but that's not what this sentence started with, and this is something we're going to be working on in this class, is varying how we start our sentences, how we open them. He starts with what I call an ing opener, earning himself the name of traitor. Then you put a comma to highlight where your subject's going to be. Edmund waited till he knew the meeting place of Aslan before he executed his evil deed. Okay, prior to working to this student, they had this earning himself the name traitor at the end of the sentence. And I suggested to make your writing more varied and fun to read, to move it, because if you want, you can look back through this entire text, and everything else is what we call subject opener. They start with the subject of the sentence. Like you can see, Judas is the subject, did is the verb. Edmund and Judas is a compound subject, betrayed is your verb. Betrayal was subject verb. So you want to learn to open with other things. We'll be talking more about that, but here's a sneak preview. We've got an ing opener here. Okay, so where were we? Okay, executed is a strong verb. Very good. Okay, Judas did the same, waiting till he knew the meeting place of Jesus. Okay, might put a little comma or something in here to separate that so nobody gets confused. Okay, Edmund and Judas both betrayed after supper. Betrayal was a favorite scheme of the White Witch and Satan to accomplish their evil deeds. Okay, so remember, one of the things I was really working on with you guys, and this student learned, is once again, our last sentence reflects the word betrayal. Says betrayal was a favorite scheme, good word choice, of the White Witch and Satan to accomplish their evil deeds. So we have reflected, so we've kind of put the bookend. We ended this. Let's go back to